Hi, we're going to look at working equations, and we're going to use what's called an addition property. Now, when we're dealing with equations, you got to make sure that what you do to one side, you also have to do the other side, or they become unbalanced. Look at our little example here. We have 2 newtons, equal weight, but if one flies away, the other one falls down, because we didn't do the same thing to both sides. We only took one of the newtons off. Alright, so keep that in mind. Whatever we do to one side, we also have to do to the other side, so that we can keep a balanced equation. So here's our first problem. Y minus 12 equals a negative 15. Now, what we're going to do is get rid of that negative 12 on the left-hand side, so we'll be left with y by itself. That's what we're solving for. So we add 12 to both sides. On the left-hand side, a negative 12 plus 12 is 0, so we'll just get y. And on the right-hand side, we have a negative 15 plus 12. Now, the signs are different there, so we can subtract and put the sign of the larger absolute value. In this case, be 15, and we'll get a negative 3. This case, let's get rid of the 9 on the left-hand side there by adding a negative 9 to both sides. So now on the left-hand side, we'll get x. On the right-hand side, we'll get 17 plus negative 9. Our signs are different there, but we can just go ahead and subtract the 9 from the 17, get 8. All right, moving along. Oh, here we have a decimal. Let's get rid of the 5.5 on the right-hand side. So we're going to add a negative 5.5 to both sides, and so we get x on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, we're adding 2 negatives together. So be sure to keep the decimal point lined up, and we'll just get a negative 6.9. And remember, you can switch the x around. So x equals negative 6.9. Similar situation here. This time we're going to add a negative 1.6 to both sides. And on the right hand side, we'd get m. On the left hand side, we've got a negative 1.6 and a positive 0.7. So we can subtract there and put the sign of the larger number, so we'll get m equals 0.9, negative 0.9. Ooh, something different's happening here. We have a visitor. Looks like a real sharp kid. I wonder what's on his mind. Oh, he's got a problem like we've been working with. All right, in this case, we want to add 7.5 to both sides, and so on the left side, we'll get a y. On the right-hand side, now we got a negative 11.5 and a 7.5. We can subtract those, and we'll get a negative 4. Let's see if he's thinking about another problem. Oh, this one here. Subtract 3.25 from both sides. And on the right-hand side, we'll get x. On the left-hand side, we're subtracting a negative 3.25 from 5.75. That's just going to be 2.25, and that reduces to 2.5. Thank you.